All right. Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. Getting some writing and getting some writing. I'm gonna get just today. I'm just gonna write on a lot of random projects. If this thing will set up. Come on. Come on, you crash test dummy. I don't even know what that means. Come on. Why does it take so long? Just, sometimes just work. Go back and see what happened the last time. Ugh. Hooah. All right. Again, just getting some random words and some random of writing. Let's go back over here. Let's jump over here. $38 months, Mr. Frank. 38 months. Although I feel like it's longer. Welcome in. Welcome in. In welcome, as the kids say. I need a big old honking load of positivity today. This age really should affect me a lot worse than I would have imagined. I would imagine this would have affected you. Last night I was at a dude's book signing, and all of a sudden my phone friggin' blew up. I'm like, what the hell is this? It was my daughter, it was my son, bunch of random people. I was like, listen, I liked Ace, just like the next guy, but I wasn't a huge fan like Frank Edler was. I'd go and see him in concert 100 times. But yeah, sucks. And the whole ride home from that book signing, they played. I would say they played Ace Frehley songs, but they really just played a shit ton of Kiss songs. I think it's the accidental nature of it. Yeah. It's like, something happened. He's sick. It's like no big deal. Like, how many times has somebody fallen? How many times has somebody gotten pneumonia or whatever it could be? And then it's like, all right, yeah, he has to cancel a tour. All right, I'll see him next year. I'll see him next year at Old Bridge. What happened to the new bridge? Also, I'm getting annoyed like a Karen when you see an article about it and the picture's Tommy Thayer. I haven't seen that. Oh my god, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. I was gonna do a Frank Edler, and I decided it was in poor taste. I was gonna put a rest in peace Ace Frehley, and I was going to put a picture of Vinnie Vincent up. But I was like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't do that. There's Sean Cole. Really, let's see something. Yeah, people just don't do the work. I'm sure they're going. Yeah, let's just do AI. Let's just see what AI and AI generates a picture that is obviously not him. I was getting annoyed because all they did was just play old Kiss songs, and I'm like, you know what? Play something off of his solo album. Play "Rip It Out." You know, that's what I want to hear. Play something off of Frehley's Comet. Man, that first album is probably one of my favorite albums of all time. Just love it. No, I know, but I'm saying if you're gonna play, all they're playing is old Kiss, but play "Rip It Out." You know what I'm saying? No, no, no. I'm thinking of "Rip It Out," but they did not play it. That's what I wanted to hear. They're not gonna play any of his solo stuff. They're only playing like those first several Kiss albums, but they were playing like, oh, the guitar solo on this one. I'm like, yeah, it's not Ace Frehley singing this. It's Paul Stanley singing this. He does a guitar solo. He probably didn't even do the guitar solo when they recorded this damn thing. Breakout, phenomenal song though. Anything from that first solo album I loved. They seem to be mostly playing New York Groove and its cover. See, I haven't heard New York Groove. I would enjoy New York Groove. They're playing like Strutter. It was like 3 times I've heard Strutter, but he did make it all his. Yeah, oh yeah, exactly. I'm gonna say his version is far superior. Sorry I haven't been around. You know what? We do not forgive you. You're dead to us, Sean. End of September, we had to say goodbye to our dog after 11 and a half years. Well, that sucks. Still feeling absolutely gutted. So quiet here now that my best friend is gone. Hopefully you've been doing better. I have been doing better than that. Frank, not so much because Ace Frehley is dead. I give a pass to Strange Ways from Hotter Than Hell since it's his best solo, in my opinion. It's like they're playing. Like when I got in the car, they're like, "Oh, we're gonna do an Ace Frehley tribute, and here is Rock and Roll All Night, and then here's Strutter, and then here is, um, like here's just a bunch of the hits from the original catalog of Kiss, you know." Shawnee the right, so it's gonna be positive today. I do, Frank. I really do. Need to get some words down today. Waiting to hear like Crazy Nights or something he didn't play on. Right? Yeah. that would be that would be that would be here's our tribute. Listen to this solo on "Lick It Up." It's vintage Ace. Keith Roth was very somber today. This morning he played a couple of course, it's all of his stories are about him, not really about Ace Frehley. I mean, I met Ace Frehley this one time, and then blah blah blah. Here's a story about me. So yeah, that really sucks. I was like, you know what? I'll play some actual Ace Frehley uh, later on. It's worth noting he died in New Jersey. Isn't that where everybody dies though? I mean, is that really news? You know what I'm gonna have in honor of Ace Frehley? I'm gonna have this fortune cookie. Have we had a statement from Gene or Paul yet? Or is Gene still hanging out with BK at the post-wedding festivities? I'm sure we'll have something from him as well. You will make an impact in others. Don't play Trouble Walking. Probably a good idea. And they had like tribute thing. They had people calling in, and it's like, You know, I was in Pathmark in 1987, and Ace was in front of me, and he was drunk, and he was buying a pound of strawberries and 3 beers and a pack of Wrigley chewing gum, the spearmint flavor. And we just locked eyes, and he nodded at me. Like, where's the rest of that story? Yeah, they made individual and group statement. Okay, I haven't seen that yet, but I haven't. I mean, my Facebook was just flooded with people you and I know giving their own tributes. I don't think Vinnie Vincent has made a statement. If he has, it was certainly mostly about him. Oh yeah, 100%. Vinny, Vinny was like, why are people asking me about stuff? Michael O'Connell in the house. Howdy, everyone. Are you back in town now, Michael? Chad Hoey says, Friday. So except for Ace, Ace Freely dying and Sean Call's dog passing away, we're gonna have a good day. We're gonna have a good day. I'm gonna have such a good day. I'm gonna eat a second fortune cookie. Whatever this fortune is. We had to cut the trip short. Well, that's hopefully it wasn't a bad thing. Hopefully it was just like we needed to get home because we like our bed, and not because there was an earthquake and a volcano erupted. Your finances will bring you peace of mind. God, I wish that were true. What died for you, Chad Hoey? Yeah. What negative do you have, Chad Hoey, to add to this positive Friday? Hopefully not any goats. It's a fucking goat. No, that's just a goat. No, it's a fucking goat. My back hurts. That's about it for today. You know what? Then you're lucky. I prefer a fainting goat over a screaming goat. We all have our specific goats that we like. I get it. Specific goats. Personally, I like it when they scream then faint. Way funnier that way. Oh, Michael Schotter, you were so nutty. Tom Duffy in the house. A rare Tom Duffy appearance. I was going to make a top 10 list of my favorite goats, but I need 8 more. 8 more? I only need 4 more. I firmly believe everyone should have at least 5 favorite types of goat. Or why are you even here on this earth? Tom, I just sent you a message. Are you going to be doing the Q&A tomorrow? I will be there, but I will not be hosting it. Somebody named Amy will, because the lady who runs it sent me. She she added the O to my name, so she sent a message weeks ago to Armando Rosamilia instead of Armand Rosamilia. So I never obviously got the message, and when I didn't get back to her, they've picked somebody else to interview. So I will be there, but not interviewing Gabino. My favorite movie about goats is The Terminal. Is that the Tom Hanks movie? I never saw that. Chad says we talk about goats in this stream far more than people would expect. only when our resident goat lord is in, because we're fascinated by goats. Great Jeff Daniels shirt, by the way. Thank you. He's one of my favorite actresses. Oh, I should see you there. Not if I see you first. We do really talk about a lot about goats for some reason. Positive Goat Friday. What's your Twitch about? We talk about 80s metal bands, goats, and other things. Okay, I only need 7 more now. Keep that list going. Later we'll all compare goats. Ah. Writing 80s metal, which biographies Geezer Butler wrote? All of them. Walton Goggins, predictable reality series about things that aren't really there, and goats. Yep, pretty much. How's the book release going? Well, which one? Just keep fucking releasing books for no reason. Book 6 came out of the Down and Dirty series, the last book in the series. It's doing actually quite well. I don't know how we're doing with the third and last Beers and Fears book. A couple of good-looking docs coming out on Netflix. One about the Montreal Expos. Another about a crazy neighbor lady. Nice. The Expos one should be interesting. I haven't watched too many things. My wife's been busy. I've been busy. Been out a lot. She's been out a lot. Last night I went to a book signing at Happy Medium Books, and she went to see her niece's volleyball game. So we didn't get home till later, and then we watched some couple of WWE Greatest Moments episodes and a 2020 on Investigation Discovery, I think, and then I went to bed. Yeah, there has not been much to watch. Pretty much baseball. I just automatically put the baseball game on. So since she didn't go to her mom's for dinner last night, she's going tonight to dinner. So I'm on my own. I'm doing an interview at 5 p.m. M.E. Proctor is her name. And so so I'll do that. I'll do that interview. That might be Sunday or the next Wednesday's interview. Yeah, Proctor. In my opinion, Mr. Frank, we value your opinion. Who was at Happy Medium? I said they had the spooky reads thing. There was a guy, Chris Wiggins, horror author, filmmaker in the area, who I know. I went to see him. There was a fortune teller there. Some lady with a very tight dress on selling plants. A couple people selling a bunch of books, and there was like a street fair or something going on outside. So a lot of stuff. Proctor is gambling. I can see what you did there. And they'll say Captain Mauser Yowzy Yowzy. Right, exactly. So that's that, my friend, is that. I've been out a lot though this week. I went and hung out with Win and Andrea this morning at Southern Blend Coffee. I had my super breakfast burrito, which I love. Michael says, Twitch is still crabbing out for me. Gonna have to look into that and see what's up for now. I leave you with this animated goat to enjoy. Oh, an animated goat! It's a fucking goat. Thank you, Michael. Goat from the goat. Exactly. It all ties in. All ties in. I want to remind everybody to subscribe or resubscribe, and also to follow me on Twitch. Also to follow me on YouTube. That's what I meant to say, YouTube. I've had people unsubscribe after subscribing. And I'm like, is it people that I subscribe to and then they subscribe back, but then they immediately unsubscribe? Or they subscribe and then I subscribe to them and then I don't know. Like, why would you unsubscribe on YouTube? That's just a shitty thing to do, I think. What do I know? Looks like Michael Schotter is my fourth favorite goat. There you go. That's a good one. I would definitely add him to my list as well. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back over here, then finish because I'm almost, as you see, I'm almost to the next page. So I want to knock off this next page. Next page, very close to it, Mr. Frank. Next page. Who is this? Ow, my back. Next goat. Next goat. Coffee noises. Son of a bitches. I'm drinking my Trejo's coffee. Roasted in Los Angeles. I went to Southern Blend Coffee this morning. Also very good coffee. I think it's roasted here though. I don't think it's roasted. Who knows? Colombia maybe. They made me a coffee. You know what they did? Chad Howie, since you turned in 200 points, they made me a coffee. Then I drank the coffee. Danny Trage. Oh, exactly. You know what I noticed? And I don't know why, because I've been there for, I don't know, 6, 7 months now when I went. It's really good coffee. The donuts are phenomenal. If you were here for MondoCon, you got to have some. Um, they sell out of donuts really quick. Like I got there at 9 o'clock, and by like quarter to 10, there was hardly any donuts and no apple fritters. And I was mad because I wanted an apple fritter. But I got my super breakfast burrito, so it was good. Next page, Nixon. You little son of a bitch. I did nail it, Chad Hoey. Thank you. And they always play music, and it's not really loud. And I'm like, oh, they just have some station on. There's no commercials. I'm like, this guy. Obviously, they're playing satellite radio or Spotify list or something. But I realized I was sitting there, and at one point when I got there early. I got my food, I got my coffee, and there's nobody in the place for like 5 minutes. Nobody at the counter, nobody talking, nothing. I'd say it says donuts right on the building, but it no longer does. Exactly. And and the music I'm listening, and it's like a rap song, like a really cheesy, what people who don't listen to rap think is a rap song. And the lyrics are something about when God gives you lemons, make lemonade, was basically the chorus, more or less. And I'm like, huh, okay. And then a few minutes later, the song changes before anybody else comes in, and it was another song about God. And I'm like, so they're listening to religious rock music, but no Striper. I was like, oh, maybe they'll put some Striper on. There was no Striper. Well, it was interesting. And I don't know. I don't even know why. It was interesting because I'm like, I mean, it's a family-owned business, and you can play whatever the hell you want. I just thought it was interesting. Positive so far. No Leonard Skinner unless they were going to play their gospel album from '72. So it was just I don't know. It seemed like odd, but I guess that's it's your store. You do whatever you want, and hey, you make really good coffee, and the donuts are really fucking good. I still have not had one of their apple fritters though. That's what I want. I want an apple fritter. Then on my way home from there, I was like, I could stop, but everything is closed. All the donut places around here are closed. And Dunkin', Listen, I love Dunkin' Donuts. I love their coffee. I'm just not a huge fan of their donuts. And we do not have a Krispy Kreme over on this side of the world. What is this? But anyway, it was all very very exciting. Their donuts have sucked for ages. Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts used to be great. Now they're awful. I agree. My mother, being from New Jersey, she still says, "Oh, I don't like Krispy Kreme donuts." I'm like, "Ma, even I can admit it's a better fucking donut." Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts, the donuts aren't really all that great. Now I do love me a sausage, egg and cheese on a cinnamon raisin bagel sandwich. Those are to die for. But really, if you want donuts, you got to go to Krispy Kreme. Or I go to Publix and I get the Entenmann's Devil's Food Cake donuts. That's probably my favorite donut in all the land. Last time I had a good donuts at Dunkin' was back in '98 when the guy made them by hand in the back while smoking cigarettes. Right, you get a little bit of that ash on the top of the mixes in with the glaze. Delicious. Nothing but donut shaped sponges. Give me a donut shop donut. There's a lot of donut places here in Jacksonville. I have not tried many of them. That might be my next book, but definitely probably not. The Bismarck. Exactly. Shelly knows that's her donut, the Bismarck. We found it like one time years ago, and she was like, "Oh, I want a Bismarck," and the girl was insistent it's called the Bismarck. The Bismarck. And then she was out the other. I think she was headed towards Atlanta or wherever she was somewhere, and they had the Bismarck. They literally had the Bismarck, so she bought two of them. My favorite Dunkin' Donut is the cream filled, chocolate cream filled, with the powder. Frank likes a Bismarck. Yeah, that's probably one of the best donuts ever. I do like those powdered ones, even though the powder gets all over me. Just fill it with, but not the vanilla. It's got to be chocolate cream filled. And I don't see those anymore anywhere. I think we found them one or two places, but I don't remember where. We got to probably figure that out. Just absolutely delicious. I was gonna buy some. I was gonna get some donuts this morning, but by the time I had finished my super breakfast burrito, excuse me, and Win and Andrea showed up, all the donuts were gone. And Win's like, I don't think these guys are really busy. I'm like, they literally ran out of donuts before 10 o'clock, and the drive-through is just nonstop. My current fave is blueberry cake, but I used to be all about the Boston cream, but the fid with the cream too. Shelly's a big fan of the blueberry munchkins, which I'm also a big fan of. Basically, I'll eat a munchkin, but it can't be. I'm not a big fan of the powder or the cinnamon powder one. I'm not a big fan of either of those. But I like their munchkins better than I like their donuts. Just wish we had a. Oh, they effed with the. See, I mean, that's not good. I wish we had. Actually, I'm glad we don't have a Krispy Kreme on this side of town. That cream was also from the guy in back with the cigarette. It was better then. It was better when in '98 when the guy was smoking cigarettes while he was making them. Chocolate glazed in a cup of milk. I am a big fan of chocolate glazed. That's usually what I'm getting. I'm going to get anything chocolate, but usually chocolate glazed. I don't like anything. I don't like a Boston cream. I don't like anything like that. But chocolate glazed, and I don't drink milk because I messes with my system. I really dug the ghost pepper donuts they did for Halloween. Of course you would have that. Of course you would. I'm just waiting for ghost pepper turkey for Thanksgiving, and a ghost pepper ham for Christmas Eve. And ghost pepper candy canes. I'm sure that's got to be a thing, right? Frank, you would know. That's ghost pepper candy canes or something. That's got to be a thing. Every time I get this email for like a bunch of different food places, recipes and whatnot, and they're always having like, oh, you got to go to Aldi's for whatever, and or or Wendy's is coming out with a brand new sandwich, and it's always some like super hot, supposedly super hot thing. And I'm like, why don't you just, I don't know, come out with something? McDonald's, oh, it's their ghost pepper or whatever, blah blah. I'm like, bring back the Angus burger, you bastards. They weren't really spicy, but they were spicier than I expected them to be. Ghost pepper, pumpkin coffee, and IPA. I made ghost pepper gummy bears. I don't like ghost pepper, and I certainly don't like gummy bears. And the combination of the two I probably won't like. Some are gummy dinosaurs. Not gonna lie. Well, you didn't say. You just said gummy bears. Gummy dinosaurs. That's a whole different ball game. Whole different ball game. And I don't expect you to lie about gummy dinosaurs either. I think that would be an awful thing to do on Positive Friday. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna have my potassium gluconate pill, and I'm gonna wash it down with my magnesium 250 milligram pill. Because old people, we need our magnesium. I don't get it in the wild anymore. Back in the day, I used to go out and just pick up magnesium off the side of the road. Can't do that anymore. Is that a poop on pill? No, it's good. Yesterday I pooped like 16 times. It was ridiculous. I don't even know why. Amanda and I went for a Japanese buffet yesterday, and I went twice while I was there. Like, this is ridiculous. Luckily, I was good last night when I went to the Happy Medium Books. It wasn't nearly as bad. I mean, by the time I got home, I had to go, but that was it. But I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling good. So I got to write this. I've finished this story, which is about halfway done. Tom wrote his chapter last night, so I'm working on that now. Maybe I'll try. Maybe my goal will be to get to the next page on this. The next 15 minutes or so. You pooped twice in a Japanese buffet. That was yeah, and it was one of those. Oh my God, I gotta go to the bathroom, and I've only eaten one plate of food. Like, hold that thought, Amanda. I'll be right back. But it's very clean. It's a newer one, and it's very clean. So I was good. Next page for no reason, Mr. Frank. Next page. You're like AI. You hear me saying something about getting to the next page, and you automatically throw it out there. But yeah. So, and then right before we left, I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom again. But my goal now is to, right now, is to keep writing on this thing, to throw it back to Tom, and hopefully Tom will get to it in a timely manner. Because we are on chapter 17 of how many chapters, ladies and gentlemen? 50. You should ask her to fill up a plate for you while you were gone because you're going to have a lot more room when you get back. I like that place because they have a lot of seafood. A lot of seafood. They also have the. What I really like is all the places have the shrimp with the some vegetables in it, but they have the really big, the jumbo shrimp, which I mean makes no sense, but I guess because we're in Jacksonville, jumbo shrimp, and I love those. I could just eat a whole plate of those. Maybe I'll make shrimp for dinner tonight because we definitely have like 16 bags of shrimp. Shrimp. I'll make some shrimp. Like when it whistles when I say shrimp. The problem is I don't have any fajita wraps because I like to make like fajita like shrimp tacos or something like that. But then I also have giant scallops. Maybe I'll make scallops. Yeah, shrimp bar. 16 kinds of shrimp. Giant scallops bar. Now you're speaking my language. Yep. I wonder how goat tastes. Maybe we can go do a goat bar. World famous goat bar. All different kinds of ghost pepper goat. We call that goat pepper. I love goat mutton bar. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a fan of mutton. As my mother-in-law says, it's too woolly. So I've been playing on and off a little bit at a time. I've been playing Minecraft, and the best part about Minecraft is now I figured out that the peaceful version, the cheat on it. So there's no monsters at all. None of your villagers are going to get killed. You take no damage uh, from fire, from falls, from lava. The iron golems don't beat you up anymore if you accidentally hit one. You can jump off a mountain and you're still alive. You take no damage on anything. And so I have been building houses. And you put 3 beds on each level. And then 2 of the villagers come and sleep at night. And then a baby one appears. And then after like 20 game hours, the baby becomes an adult. And so you're constantly just building. So I'm building like 3-4 level with beds. And then every couple of nights, you see a couple more appear. I'm up to like 30 or 40 villagers now. So I keep expanding the village, and then they eat potatoes and carrots. So I've been farming a lot of potatoes and a lot of carrots. It's very exciting. That's what my mother said about my ex. I get it. I see what you did there. What is this? Nothing. All good. All good. All good. Yeah, you know what? Scallops tonight. Now I'm gonna have to look up a scallop recipe. A scalloped recipe. Is there a construction worker, a cop, and an American Indian in your village? Are those your village people? I wish. I wish. It's a lot of farmers. A lot of farmers, and a blacksmith. One blacksmith. Everybody else is just normal people, just wandering around. But as fast as I'm building houses, and then you gotta get a shear, and you shear the goats as you're the sheep as you're going through. There's a bunch of sheep. You got to go all over the place and find sheep, and then you you get their wool, and then you make beds with wood and wool, like like we do in real life. But there's a white sheep, a black sheep, a gray sheep, and a brown sheep. So I can do 4 different colors of beds. I try to mix and match. I try not to put like 2 white beds on the same level. I'll put like a white one and a black one and a gray one, you know. Here's a recipe: scallops, salt, butter, parsley, broil until sexy. Viola. Voila! I didn't know you spoke Spanish. Yeah, that's probably going to be the recipe. Or it's going to be one of those recipes. Oh, scallops, and here's 47 ingredients to use. I wonder if I could do scallops in the air fryer, or if they'll like pop or something. They'd probably be good in the air fryer. A little bit of oil on them, some salt, some parsley from my garden, a little bit of paisley, Brad Paisley, all of those things, delicious. You don't obey your seafood like a heathen, do you? Now, I don't. Shelly doesn't. I don't even believe. Shelly has 4,000 different seasonings and sauces and all kinds of stuff here, but I don't believe we have any Old Bay. That's the cheesy way to do it, I believe. I mean, maybe she's still listening. She would know better if there's any Old Bay in the house. What I really want her to do one of these days. She said it several times, to have everybody over. Yeah, I do not own Old Bay. See, I knew it. She wants to do like a shrimp boil or a fish fry, something like that. I think that would be awesome. Put out a table, put a parchment paper down, and you got corn, and you got potatoes, and you got shrimp, and all kinds of good stuff. I'm not an Old Bay fan. Old Bay on seafood is like white people tacos. Yeah, agreed. What about Old Spice? Delicious. Miss Frank says, Shelly! No, that's actually how Chuck says it. Old Spice. We're not in Milwaukee, Nick. We don't use Old Spice on stuff. Is it getting warm enough up there for you, Nick, to start blowing the park up again? Nick spikes explosive with Old Spice so it smells like grandpa after the destruction. That throws the cops. They're like, obviously an old person did this. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Shelly says, "Hi, Mr. Frank." This is getting crazy and personal now. All right. Shelly, did Armin tell you we were having mutton bar next year? Shelly's also not a fan of mutton. That's awesome. Who will be making that for you? Next page, Nick's in. Next page. Mutton bar. That does not sound good. He said he did not say. Honey, don't believe him. What does vegetarian mutton taste like? Tofu. I tried talking him out of it, but he was having none of it. Yeah, that's what I will be having. None of that, as in none of that mutton. None of that ghost pepper mutton. He says a lot of things that aren't true. I mean, that's what I do for a living, semi-living. Your screen is blurry. Really? That's not good. Maybe it's your screen. If I have something to wipe the... I'll try wiping the... How is it now? Miss, you have a blurry screen. I've never had anybody say that to me. Frankly, it's offensive. Still blurry. It's not just you, but all of it. Anybody else have a blurry screen? That's weird. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Although my bit rate is not all that great. That could be it too. All right. I'm going to wrap this up. I got other things to do. Gone over an hour. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me. Thank you for Shelly making a rare appearance. And I will see everybody not tomorrow and not Sunday. Monday. I'll be back on Monday, everybody. Monday. Good luck with everything you do. See you later.